Good evening and welcome inside the Crestwood Preparatory College Gymnasium here on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Turned out to be a lovely night ahead of the NBA season. We've got quite the tip-off for you. Crestwood Prep holding a 1-0 record in the early OSBA season, welcoming in Cambridge International Academy, who are still in search of their first victory. All eyes on this Crestwood Prep squad, this year, as of course they have the number 1 and the number 2 class of 2028 players in the province. That's Isaiah Hamilton and Isaiah Clark. If you're tuning in for some high-flying dunks that could be on the TSN countdown, you've picked the right game. Cambridge International Academy, like I mentioned, 0-2 to start the year. Their first game came against William Academy. It was back on October 7th. It was a 90-74 victory for William Academy. Cambridge tightened things up for their next game against Orangeville Prep, but still came away with the loss 94-91 there to Orangeville Prep. But all things are trending in the right direction as they're coming off a 5-0 record at the Waterloo Men's Basketball Black and Gold Invitational this past weekend down there in Waterloo. Your starting 5 for Crestwood Prep, it's the returning senior Eric Peck. They call him AP, wearing number 4. Alongside him as another returning senior, Sammy Uraz, number 10. Joining him in the starting 5, Isaiah Clark, Isaiah Hamilton, and Michael Bartley. No Marquis Strawbridge today. He's out with an ankle injury. Malachi Phillips out with an illness. So it's an even shorter squad for head coach Mike Fraser, who is at the helm for the first year here in charge of the Lions. Obviously no stranger to the game of basketball in Ontario. Been an assistant coach here for a while. Got lots of experience with the Brampton Honey Badgers of the CEBL as well, and he's relishing this opportunity to coach this young squad. I talked to him before the game and asked him about what it's like coaching a team that's mostly class of 2027, class of 2028, and he says he loves the teaching aspect of the game. Molding them while they're still youthful is important to him, and having these guys be together for the next 3 years will be huge for this program. On the other side, Cambridge's starting 5. In the middle, Jack Brumley, Miles Hamilton wearing number 1, Samson Sosu in number 24, Michel Tajo from the Ivory Coast wearing number 6, and on the far side there, Dapa Kabziel from the Congo in number 3. We are seconds away from tip-off as we get set. I'm JJ Evison, happy to be here for the first game of the week. We'll be with you throughout the entirety of this OSBA season, the 10th anniversary. That's why you're seeing that fresh logo with the X behind the OSBA. It is the 10th year, this 2025-2026 season. Ridley College, the reigning champs, took down Houghton Prep in last year's championship weekend. The quest for a new champion is 3 weeks deep with lots of storylines to talk about, but everyone and their cousin are talking about Isaiah Hamilton. He's got 12 D1 offers already from NCAA schools. He's a class of 2028, 6'7", guard forward combo. Some of those offers include Long Island University, Georgia Tech, FSU, University of Las Vegas. The list goes on and on. I'm sure there will be no shortage of teams that want him. And we are underway. He wins the tip back to Bartley. So with no Strawbridge and no Phillips, who will do the heavy lifting in terms of the point guard position for Crestwood today? Isaiah Hamilton hands it off to Isaiah Clark on the top side, looking for Uraz on the dive. It's not there. They'll reset at the top. Deep three with 4 on the shot clock. That's off. Uraz there to clean up the garbage. Deep into the shot clock, and the first possession is near a half-court three for Crestwood. Not exactly the first offensive possession you like if you're head coach Mike Frazier. A three in response from Cambridge International Academy's Dapa Kabziel. That goes down. So it looks like Isaiah Hamilton will bring the ball up the court. At least for the first few possessions, he coughs it up. Michel Taggio with an open lane and two-handed jam. Taggio has some experience with the NBA Academy of Latin America. Known for his rim protection, but don't be mistaken, he can get up as well. AP on the dump off, and Neo Jukin blocked from behind by Kabziel. Second chance opportunity. Uraz no good. Sosu out and on the run, traipsing down the right-hand side. Stops. Taggio. Miles Hamilton gets on the board, and all of a sudden, it's a 7-2 lead for Cambridge International Academy. Bartley hands it off to Isaiah Hamilton, and he pulls out Taggio. Sammy Uraz comes to set the screen. A little space. Hamilton elevates, releases, no. Rebound, Sosu. Sosu walks into a three. That's off the right. AP with the rebound. That's Eric Peck. And another showing of great international talent for this year's OSBA season. Eric Peck coming from Sydney, Australia. He's been in the league for a couple of years now. On the drive, foul called against Miles Hamilton of Cambridge International. That's the first foul of the game. AP to the line to shoot two. Peck for a chance to add 2 to the total, and he sinks the second. 2 points and an assist so far, or a rebound correction so far for Eric Peck. 3-point game, Cambridge International ahead. Samson Sosu, product of Quebec basketball, formerly of CSJV, to the dump off. Jack Brumley underneath. He gets up and lays it in. Credit the assist to Hamilton. Here's Bartley. Uses the screen from Uraz, finds the roller. It's actually going to be Isaiah Clark rolling there. I had the number 0 and the number 10 backwards. So Clark gets the chance to go to the free throw line here. Two and a half gone in the first quarter. 2 fouls on Cambridge International already. Cambridge is part of that Code Academy umbrella, the Chase Our Dreams Everyday basketball program. They've got 4 teams across the OSBA. Foul goes against Michel Taggio. Clark leaves the first short. The second will fall for Clark. 4-point game. Cambridge ahead 9-5. Sosu dumps it off to Jack Brumley. Here's Taggio from 3. That's in and out. Rebound Bartley. Bartley turns the corner, gets it swiped from behind. Sosu gets it back from Hamilton. Clark with the block, but contact on the arm as well. That gets called. Head coach Mike Frazier imploring his team to lock in. During our conversation, I asked him the big difference between coaching here in the OSBA at the high school level and being a part of a professional club with the Brampton Honey Badgers. He said it's the little things, coaching the little things on the possession-to-possession basis, and the overall consistency in terms of competitiveness is what he's trying to drill into these players here at Crestwood in his first year as head coach. Sosu adds a pair. Full court press now, Cambridge. 3-on-2. Uraz from the elbow into Brumley's chest. Draws the foul on Brumley. 3 team fouls now on Cambridge International. Uraz will head to the line, and that's that senior kind of IQ, right? He's back for his 5th year. He's got experience with Team Ontario in the summer of 2024, winning that gold medal from York University at the Canadian National Championships. Was more of a reserve player last year for this Crestwood prep squad. Steps into more of a leadership role this year. And that's going to be both in his performance and as a vocal player as well. Uraz sinks the second. He's up to 3 points in the game. Half of the total for the Lions. Sosu dancing, trying to lose Peck. Tajo. Top side. Here's Kabziel. Sosu stuck out wide on the perimeter, looking for Brumley down low. Clark pushing him towards the perimeter. 3 on the shot clock. Sosu pulls up from deep, bottom. Samson Sosu's got 5 of Cambridge's 11. Here's Bartley, the 6'3" guard, class of 2028. Tapped out of bounds on the steal attempt by Kabziel. Side out, 11 on the shot clock for Crestwood here. In danger of going into an early deficit that they're not used to seeing. Bartley slips. So Clark comes out to grab it. Here's Bartley. Squares up, dials it, leaves it short. Rebound Hamilton. That's Miles Hamilton. So there are 2 Hamiltons in this game. Could be 3 Isaiahs in this game, as all 3 Isaiahs are rostered on Crestwood Prep squad. Nice dribble to the mid-range Jimmy for Tajo. Five-out offense for Crestwood. Clark to the corner for AP. He's off. Kabziel to Brumley. Charging back was Clark. Thought about the headman pass, didn't want to turn it over. Taking care of the ball, part of Mike Frazier's philosophy here early in the game. Brumley picks up his 2nd foul, team's 4th side out. 10-point game, 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Our first substitution brings in the 3rd Isaiah. It's Isaiah Eniojukin, a class of 2028, 6'3" guard. Plays his AAU ball with Canada Elite. And here he is. Finds Isaiah Hamilton. Fouled on the 3-point attempts, and Cambridge are out of fouls now, so the bonus for Crestwood, it'll be 3 free throws upcoming for Isaiah Hamilton. And you can hear, well, I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear head coach Mike Frazier saying everything at the rim, we're in the bonus now, more than half the quarter to be played. And that's the type of basketball he wants his team to play, really smart IQ basketball where if you know you have an advantage, you have to take care of that advantage. And Isaiah Hamilton leaves points at the free throw line on his first attempt. Still looking for his first point of the game, in fact. Oh for 3, but Clark cleaning it up, going back up. Good, strong, tall defense there, not to foul. Sosu quickly to Miles Hamilton, and Hamilton loses it to the scorer's table. Now Isaiah Hamilton had 37 points in the season opener for Crestwood Prep against Inspire Academy. Still pointless here in the first quarter. And Eniojukin across the timeline dumps it off to Uraz. He's working on the near wing, working on Miles Hamilton. AP Gives it back to Uraz. Steps to the left. One dribble into the paint. Gets 2 to go. Uraz up to 5 points now. Good patient effort there by Sammy Uraz to get to the rack. Here's Brumley. He just squares up, elevates, and that's saved from going out of bounds by Kabziel. Samson Sosu leaves it short. Here's Inio Jukin. It's a 3-on-2. Kicks it out. Uraz tries to go baseline. Loses it out of bounds. Careless turnovers early in the first quarter. It's part of the story here for the Lions. Another substitution. In comes Goran Davidovic. Another youngster here. Class of 2028 guard. Sosu dancing. Finds Miles Hamilton. Hamilton uses the screen, gets switched on. Top side, shots up. Lucas Desjardins drills the 3 from the top side. It's an 11-point game, 4:20 to go in the opening 10. Cambridge really riding that high of an undefeated record this past weekend out in Waterloo. Not part of the OSBA games, but still can feed the energy of a team. AP on the dive, hook shot off the glass. Here's Miles Hamilton, pure scorer. He had 31 points in Cambridge's loss to Orangeville. And Eo Jukin with the rebound. Bounce pass to Vidovic, attacks, dumps off. Clark keeps, goes to the rack hard, fouled by Brumley, and Brumley picks up his 3rd. Isaiah Clark back to the free throw line. Cairo Charles checks in for Samson Sosu. Clark leaves the first short. That's about 5 points left at the free throw line early in this contest for the Lions. And that could come back to bite them later. Clark makes the second. Here's Charles, picked up by Davidovic, full court. Dead ball. Kabziel works to the right, elevates off glass, doesn't get it to go, fighting for the rebound. Clark comes away with it. Davidovic, headman pass, and Eo Jukin, bounce pass. Hamilton attacks against 2 defenders, doesn't get it to go. Cairo Charles charges into the front court, dumps it off. Kabziel from the corner, thought about it, kicks it back out to get it right back. Reset from the 3-point line, that's off the iron. Saved by Davidovic. Davidovic navigating the middle of the floor. Throws up a deep 2, it's no good. Clark taps it in for 2. Isaiah Clark having a good first quarter here for Crestwood. Hamilton with the steal and the one-handed emphatic jam. His first 2 points of the contest thrown down with some ferocity. Two and a half to go in the opening 10. From the elbow, the dump off for Kabziel. He didn't quite expect it. Brumley attacking the lane, gets the bouncer to go. And Eo Jukin over the timeline, gonna wait for the rest of his team. Davidovic just steps in, no one's there, and Eo Jukin dumps it to AP in the corner. That's good for 3. Eric Peck lighting it up, 7 points of the team's 18 so far. Cairo Charles gives it up to Miles Hamilton. He doesn't hesitate. That's nothing but nylon. 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist for Miles Hamilton. And Eo Jukin attacks. AP's alone in the corner. Isaiah Clark to the middle of the floor, kicks it. Isaiah Hamilton into the lane. Right-handed hook shot, no. Fighting for his own rebound. He gets it. 3 jerseys. And we have a stoppage in play because of the shot clock error. So Isaiah Hamilton squared up, saw 3 red jerseys, decided to elevate and shoot that anyway, thinking he might get a foul. And I haven't seen the attack of the rim that Mike Frazier, head coach of the Lions, was asking for from his team, and I'm sure that's what he's going through in that huddle right now. So the officials are coming together to discuss the shot clock, the possession, and all of that. It's going to be a shot clock violation after all is said and done. So Cambridge ball up 16, under a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter with a chance to add to that lead. Lucas Desjardins to inbound, full court press here from the Lions. And he gives it away. Davidovich with the steal, off glass for 2. Careless play on the inbound pass intended for Cairo Charles. Davidovich just eats it up. Charles sends Kabziel through. He's working baseline, attacks, gets it to go, count the basket and the foul. Kabziel just getting it done. He's a 2026 6'7" forward from the Congo. Another international showing here in the OSBA, which has attracted a lot of international talent just this last season here at Crestwood. It was the big man Ollie Wilson from Australia, of course Eric Peck from Australia as well. He makes it a 3-point play, does Kabziel. Substitution is allowed after the made free throw, so that brings back in Samson Sosu. Here's Davidovich over the timeline. Calling out the action. Isaiah Clark comes up. Davidovich around the screen, finds a lane, kicks it to the corner. Extra pass, AP for 3. It's good. 10 points in the opening 10 for Eric Peck, willing this team to stay into the game. Desjardins down to Kabziel on the block. Brumley in the middle. Catches the bounce pass and elevates for 2. Jack Brumley, just a casual 2 points. And Ojukin. Clark, nice pass, better finish. Jack Brumley in the corner, picked up by Clark, elevates. It's a deep 2 for Jack Brumley. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack be looking slick from beyond the arc. Davidovich with 7 left in the quarter. Forced to the timeline, it's an over and back. What defense from Cairo Charles and Jack Brumley to push Davidovich back to the timeline and give themselves a chance to add to this 31 points in the opening 10. What an opening 10 for Cambridge International. Brumley accepts it, dumps it off. Kabziel lets it go. Back iron and out. 31-25 the score after the opening 10. Cambridge ahead of Crestwood Prep. We'll step aside for the quarter break and be back with more action here from the Crestwood Prep College Gymnasium. Stay with us. 10 minutes on the clock before halftime, and if Cambridge can string together a couple more 31-point quarters, they're going to come away with a huge victory. Miles Hamilton set to inbound the ball for Cambridge, who are still looking for their first OSBA win of the year. Again, coming off a 5-0 record at the Waterloo Men's Basketball Black and Gold Invitational on October 17th to 19th. And that may have given them that little burst of confidence they need to go up against some of the top teams in the OSBA men's division. Cairo Charles dumps it off to Dapa Kabziel. Far side, Samson Sosu looks top side from the elbow. That misses everything from the hands of Desjardins. Now Lucas Desjardins, number 0 of Cambridge, had a great showing at Pit Jam a couple weekends ago. He was 6 for 9 from the field, including 5 3-points made as he gets called for the block here. And that performance out in Pittsburgh got him an offer from Pittsburgh Johnston. The 6'6" wing, class of 2026, trying to build on those weekends. He's going to check out now. In comes Jacques Wallery. We'll get 14 on the shot clock here. It'll be Eric Peck to inbound the ball from the sideline for Crestwood. Correction, it'll be 17 on the shot clock. Peck finds Clark. He's picked up by Kabziel. Clark, strong move to the basket, and he finishes with the right. And Isaiah Clark showing up and showing out at this game. Cairo Charles trying to squeak down the right-hand side. And Iojukin finds Davidovic. He's looking for the dump off to Peck, and Peck completes the play. Sosu. Pushed to the sideline by Peck, looking to get around him. The dump off. Kabziel blocked by Peck, but he gets some of the arm as well. Dapa Kabziel will head to the free throw line for 2. Crestwood Prep were once down 8 points in this game, have brought it to a 2-point game. Nearly 1 minute gone in the second quarter. Still waiting the return of Isaiah Hamilton, who had a wardrobe change after the first quarter. Got rid of those blue Mambas. Has on some pink shoes now. Maybe some good juju in those. Kabziel misses the first. The second off the right. Clark with the rebound. Davidovic sizing up Samson Sosu, looking to get to his left. Spinning back to the middle. Screens off the far side. No one's open, so Davidovic keeps himself, kicks it back out. Uraz with 7 on the shot clock. Uraz around Miles Hamilton. Jump stop, gets one in the air, gets the basket to go. Foul on Kabziel, and Uraz heads to the line for the and one. We get our first look here at Kiefer Jansen for Crestwood, wearing number 9, formerly of SC Academy. Another class of 2026 into the game. Just one of 4 players rostered on this Lion squad in the class of 2026. Everybody else on the 10-man roster, 2027 or 2028. Miles Hamilton working on Uraz. Dead ball, far side. Sosu fakes a shot, gets to the lane. A little bit of English, but can't get it to go off the backboard. Here's Davidovic. Uraz, extra pass, AP from deep, no good. Brumley above the crowd for the rebound. Miles Hamilton works from left to right, gets to his spot, elevates, too easy. Davidovic Back to Uraz. There's a lane. Takes the pass with the left, just too strong. Swatted off of Brumley, and Davidovic is there to clean everything up. Crestwood have their first lead of the game. Few empty possessions for Cambridge. Tosu takes it to the rack himself. He gets fouled on the way up. Foul goes against Goran Davidovic. And Davidovic has a lot of experience playing under some great leadership here in Ontario. He once played for Elvis Dennis of, the head coach of Brampton City Prep for a few years, and he played for TPG Youth Ball for Dennis. Dennis also no stranger to the assistant coaching roles with Team Ontario. People in the circles of Ontario basketball definitely know Elvis Dennis as a great teacher and leader, and Davidovic is another product of his guidance. As the officials at the scores table now, just making sure everything is up to snuff. They got the score right. Shot clock, time. The official just announcing the score should actually read 34-39 for Cambridge, and that garners a response from the players and coaches alike, as well as some of the fans who overheard that. So we'll let this get sorted here at the scores table. All right, well, after all is said and done, the score is 35-34. Cambridge International Academy ahead. Samson Sosu at the line for the boys in maroon. He's there to shoot two. Following the foul against Goran Davidovic. 7:42 left in the second quarter. Missed free throws, definitely part of the story and the equation here in the opening half of this OSBA game of the week on a Tuesday night. The second goes for Sosu. He's up to 6 points in the contest. Now Davidovic over the timeline. Good find on Jansen. He misses short. Brumley with another rebound. Now it's Miles Hamilton the other way. Travel called against Jacques Wallery. Shuffled the feet on the catch. Davidovic spinning, turning, trying to shake Sosu any way he can. Isaiah Clark with the dead ball, gives it up to Uraz, sets the screen. Uraz to the rack, kicks it all the way to AP. He's unable to save it. Turnover after turnover, so Cambridge turns it over. Crestwood turns it over. And now it's Miles Hamilton set to inbound. He's got Sosu in the backcourt. We'll try that action again from the near side. Shot is up a little too long. Jack Brumley with the rebound. That's 2 rebounds in a row and 2 points for Jack Brumley, the 6'9" center. Had 21 points in the OSBA opener against William Academy. He's on pace for just about that here tonight. AP steps in, but he steps out of bounds before his attack to the rack as Isaiah Hamilton checks back in. Sammy Uraz to the bench. And back-to-back turnovers for Crestwood. Not the type of ball they expect to play, not the type of ball that head coach Mike Fraser expects them to play either. Sosu finds Kabziel. Picked up by Isaiah Hamilton. Pump fake. Dumps it off. Sosu with a 3. Front iron. Davidovic has Hamilton ahead. Hamilton gives it right to Brumley. Tried to save it. It's a 5-on-4. There's an open man on the near side. It's Miles Hamilton. They find him. Picked up by Clark. The screen comes from Kabziel. Hamilton on Hamilton. Snatches it back. Doesn't get it to go. Eric Peck with the rebound. Davidovic to Clark, kicks to the corner, extra pass, AP, one more, Davidovic, in and out. Clark fighting for the rebound, but no good. Wallery comes away with it. Here's Miles Hamilton into the front court, blocking foul on Isaiah Clark. He bit on the pump fake, jumped out, and Miles Hamilton made him pay. Cambridge Academy ahead by 4. Miles Hamilton left alone on an island. Gets the friendly bounce. The half-court alley-oop pass intended for Isaiah Hamilton. That's no good. Eric Peck has Hamilton. He's got a runway. Windmill dunk. And he can do all sorts of unbelievable high-flying acts. We've already seen 2 windmills today. Sosu steps in from the three-point line. Easy 2 points. As Miles Hamilton's Isaiah Hamilton's defense right there. A little lackluster on the closeout. Clark keeps. Works to his left into the body of Brumley. Off the backboard, no good. Sosu with the rebound. Sosu trying to shake Kiefer Jansen. Gets it to the far side. Here's Miles Hamilton. Down low, Brumley out to Hamilton. He's picked up by Jansen. No match for Hamilton, who gets to the rack and lays it in for 2. 12 points for Miles Hamilton to lead Cambridge Academy here, 45-36, 4:20 left in the opening half. Davidovic can't shake Sosu. Gets a little bit of space, toe on the line. It's a deep 2, but it counts. Sosu working on the far wing, steps in from the three-point line again. He's feeling himself. Samson Sosu is just getting to his spots, elevating, and has a great release. The response from Kiefer Jansen off the mark, but Isaiah Clark there to clean it all up. Miles Hamilton working with Brumley. Takes the handoff. Baseline, loses the handle. Loses it out of bounds, Lions ball. And Cambridge International Academy have worked themselves back up to a 7-point lead. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a quick break. Stay with us for the remaining 3:28 of the opening half here from Crestwood Preparatory College. Back inside the Lions' Den here at Crestwood Prep. We appreciate everybody tuning in on OSBA TV on YouTube. JJ Evison here for this game of the week between Cambridge International Academy, looking for their first victory here in the OSBA against Crestwood Prep, who currently have a 1-0 record after beating Inspire Academy 101-93. That was on October 14th. Isaiah Hamilton looking to get things going. Charging called, and Samson Sostu just stepping into the lane ahead of the charge from Isaiah Hamilton. And it has just not been Hamilton's night. He missed 3 free throws earlier, is held to just 2 points so far. Had that shoe change at the quarter break. Sosu on the inbound. He gets it to Wallery. Miles Hamilton now in the near wing trying to shake Bartley. Brumley on the block. From the free throw line, it's Cabziel. He gets to the rack, misses, but finishing up the play was Jacques Wallery. Mikael Bartley snatched by Samson Sosu. Careless on bringing the ball up the court, and Sosu just eats it up. Here's Hamilton on the catch, working to the middle. He's got the fire in his eyes. Hits the deck hard. Foul's going to go against Dapa Cabziel. Isaiah Hamilton to the line for 2 with his team stuck 11. They've been in this position already in this game, but with 2:29 left in the opening half, can they get back to within striking distance or perhaps even take a lead? There's Hamilton's 3rd point of the night. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. And he is 2 for 5 so far in the contest from the charity stripe. Cairo Charles comes back in for Cambridge International. Out goes Cabziel. Miles Hamilton dumps it off to Brumley. He finds Sosu on the far wing. Inside, good movement. And Isaiah Clark taps it in his own basket. And that's just kind of the way things have been going for Crestwood in this game. Isaiah Hamilton up top. He sees that through with the left hand. Credit the assist to Bartley. Sosu working on Uraz. Tries to body him. Brumley gets the offensive rebound, and he's been cleaning up the offensive glass, has Jack Brumley. 11-point game still. Sammy Uraz finds Bartley. And now Bartley looking backside for AP. AP collects it, can't finish. Third chance, no good. Blocking foul on Bartley, who slid to his right as Jacques Wallery was heading to the rack. So 2 free throws upcoming from Cambridge International Academy, looking to add to this 11-point lead. And many OSBA fans watching this contest might be shocked so far at this game. I mean, 55 points. We're not even through the opening half for Cambridge International. Something has to change on the defensive end for Crestwood. And Isaiah Hamilton needs to let go of this first half and focus on what he can do. Play tenacious at the rack basketball and potentially lift this team back into the game. So it's a 12-point deficit on a 1-for-2 trip to the charity stripe for Cambridge. Under a minute and a half to go until half. Here's Hamilton. Dump off to Clark. And that's the kind of effort they're going to need, the Lions, if they're going to take the lead here. Kick ball, Inio Jukin. He sends it to the sideline. Correction, that was Bartley on the kick ball. Inio Jukin is now topside picking up Cairo Charles. Sosu, far wing, dumps it to the corner. In and out, rebound, Isaiah Clark. He hands it off to Bartley, who's got his head up, looking for somebody on the run. Uraz. No look pass, Isaiah Hamilton underneath. Pushed out of bounds. Foul against Cambridge, but they're still a few away from the bonus, so baseline out of bounds here for Crestwood. Substitution, Lucas Desjardins into the game. Jack Brumley will catch a breather on the bench. Quickly in, Uraz catch and shoot. In and out, Isaiah Hamilton throwing down the rebound with no concern for humanity. Sosu, deep three, catch and shoot, off the mark. Trying to save it was Desjardins, couldn't get to it as Inio Jukin was boxing him out. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Crestwood. Inio Jukin finds Bartley, gives it right back, attacks, Uraz, catch, shoot, 3 off the iron, and foul is called on Isaiah Clark. Desjardins just couldn't battle with the big man down low. So Clark draws the foul. Team's fourth. Baseline out of bounds again. 14 on the shot clock. Hamilton can't corral the pass. Sosu ahead with Clark trailing. No attempt on the block for Clark. Here's Uraz quickly into the front court. Nice scoop, score, finish, count the basket, and the foul. Sammy Uraz gets to the rack quick with time left. And Uraz with another and one play. Miles Hamilton, the last shot at a bucket. Kickball's called. Heads up play by Isaiah Hamilton to slow the clock down, set the Cambridge team out of bounds in their own backcourt. And there's a timeout on the floor. Obviously you need to draw up a play here to get an open look if you're Cambridge. It's the 7-point lead. And every time Cambridge has gone ahead by about 7, 8, 9 points, Crestwood comes right back into the contest. So the opportunity to extend the lead before the half, definitely one that they do not want to pass up. Crestwood are known as a powerhouse in this OSBA men's division. Cambridge, the newcomers, obviously under that code umbrella, but still the newcomers to the league. Looking to make a statement win here on the game of the week this October 22nd. So 3 seconds on the game clock, 51-58, Crestwood trail Cambridge. What have the guys in purple drawn up to get an open look? You can get, doesn't have to be a catch and shoot, you can get a couple dribbles off, and no one's gonna guard the inbounder. Jacques Wallery finds Sosu, gets it right back from deep back of the iron, and it doesn't fall. And since no one was guarding him as the inbounder, the obvious play was to get it right back to him as he stepped inside. 7-point lead, Cambridge International Academy ahead of Crestwood Prep. Will step aside for the half and be back with 20 more minutes of action here from the Crestwood Preparatory Collegiate Gymnasium. We're back inside the Crestwood Prep Collegiate Gymnasium. 58-51 the score at the half. Crestwood with a battle to get back into this one every time. Cambridge International Academy, which is a part of the CODE program, Chase Our Dreams Every Day, have really been doing a good job putting it to Crestwood in the opening half, and now things kick off here in the second half. Isaiah Clark, who was keeping this Crestwood squad in the game at times with some great runs himself, travel called. He found Uraz, who had his opportunity to attack the rack, taken away by that travel. A relatively quiet opening half for Miles Hamilton of Cambridge International. 12 points, a couple boards, and an assist. Again, he had 31, scratch that, against Orangeville. Here's Isaiah Hamilton, dials it from deep, that falls. And Hamilton now into double digits with 11 points. That one shot with a whole bunch of confidence. Hamilton gives it up, and Iojukin finds Isaiah Hamilton. He gets called on the travel. Not sure he was expecting that pass there from Isaiah and Iojukin. Either way, Crestwood need to find a way to stop this Cambridge squad. Multiple times they came away with one on the turnover from Miles Hamilton on the last possession. Uraz comes looking for the strip. Doesn't quite get it, but the effort was there. And again, one of the seniors on this squad leading by example. .12 on the shot clock. Sosu to trigger to Hamilton. Uraz right up in his grill. Sosu working on the far wing, trying to shake Eric Peck. Sosu attacks the rack, no good. Rebound, Isaiah Clark quickly ahead. Uraz spins into the lane, up and under, no good. Quickly the other way, Tajo with the left-handed lay-in. And Iojukin dumps it off to Clark. That's slapped away by Cabziel, but it's contact on the arm as well. Was it in the act of shooting? It is, so Isaiah Clark will have two free throws upcoming as Isaiah Hamilton has a quick word with the official about following shots, going for the putback dunk, and whose responsibility it is to give him a landing area. Clark hits the first. The second swirls around and rebounded by Jack Brumley. He finds Sosu working down the left-hand side. Picked up by Isaiah Hamilton. Sosu into the middle. Dumps it off to the far side. Tajo back iron. AP with the rebound. Here's Isaiah Hamilton. Uraz has it top side. Dumps it off to Clark. Tries to clear out space for Hamilton. Top side. Plenty of time and space. That's off the front of the iron into the hands of Brumley. Sosu ahead to Miles Hamilton. He gives it right back. Blocked by Anio Jukin. And again, it looks like everybody on Crestwood is looking for a lob pass to Isaiah Hamilton. And on a fast break like that, you're better off attacking the rack, as per head coach Mike Frazier, than looking for that kind of highlight play. Again, a young squad on the floor right now for Crestwood. Anio Jukin is a 2028. Isaiah Hamilton is a 2028. Isaiah Clark is a 2028, and they're playing against a lineup of 2026s. A little bit of a learning curve still at this point in time. Isaiah Clark is called for the contact on the arm of Jacques Wallery. And Isaiah Hamilton got a finger in the eye on the follow-through from that shot attempt. So in the act of shooting, Jacques Wallery at the free throw line. So Isaiah Hamilton will have to check out after the coach and the trainer came on the floor. And he will check right back in as he's standing by the scorer's table. Wallery hits the first. Take it 2 for 2. Seven-point lead for Cambridge International. Strong move to the rack for Isaiah Clark, and he flushes it with 2, getting by Brumley swiftly. Sosu being shifty. Wallery, too strong. Uraz snatches the board. Keeps the whole way, dumps it off, and Anio Jukin finishes with the left. 3-point game. These little runs that Crestwood's been on need to be extended for longer periods of the quarters. Shuffling that pivot foot, travel called. Crestwood ball, and on that whistle, Isaiah Hamilton checks back into the game. Goran Davidovic out. AP set to inbound the ball. Uraz and Clark playing a little give and go again. Uraz attacks baseline. That's through a lot of contact. Sosu jumping up and swiping down. Sammy Uraz understanding the MO right now. Get to the free throw line, get good looks, and put Cambridge International Academy in foul trouble. They did that in the first quarter. Couldn't sink them from the free throw line consistently enough to get a lead. They've been fighting from behind ever since as Uraz hits the first. So a pair of and ones earlier in the game from Uraz and a perfect trip on that. Chance at the charity stripe for number 10, one of the senior leaders of this Lions squad. Miles Hamilton gets the ball blocked by Isaiah Hamilton, who had his foot on the line before he jumped out of bounds. Head coach Mike Frazier applauding the effort, however, trying to get his bench energy up as well. Sosu to trigger from the baseline. Brumley trying to clear out space underneath. Wally Ree, unaware of where his feet were positioned, gives it right back to Crestwood. Uraz on the near wing. Kicks it out, and Iojukin catch and shoot, flush from the young gun. Sosu just running 100 miles an hour. Lucky to keep the ball alive there. Wally Ree. Brumley wants it on the block, picked up by Isaiah Clark. The entry pass denied. Wally Ree dumps it off to Brumley. Coming over on the help defense with Sammy Uraz. He swiped down on the ball, thought he got hand, which is part of the ball. Officials say no, got him on the arm. Jack Brumley will go to the free throw line for 2. Cairo Charles returns for Cambridge. Jacques Wallery to the bench. Jack Brumley looking to tie this back up at 64 as he makes the first. Misses the second, but gets his own rebound. Nobody boxed out the shooter, so he turns 1 point into 2, and then that's a warning for touching the ball in after the made basket. Little horn action here from the Lions. Isaiah Clark hands it off. And Iojukin to the rack with the left. He's got those long strides to get past the first level of defense and a soft touch to finish at the rim. Michel Tajo from the elbow. No good. Pair of white jerseys fighting for the rebound. It's Uraz coming away with it. Isaiah Hamilton picked up by Tajo. Spinning one way, the other, long strides, left hand, no good. Tajo rebound. Uraz quickly, and Iojukin. That's the lob pass you want. A 2-on-1 executed perfectly. 3-point lead for the home team. Miles Hamilton squares up and sees one through the twine. Deep three on a catch and shoot for Hamilton. Ill-advised offensive look. He's about 6 feet beyond the three-point line with plenty of time on the shot clock. And head coach Mike Frazier having a word with the youngster as he gets back and set on defense. So here's Tajo, originally from the Ivory Coast. Ball works its way to Cabziel, dumps it off, and it is lost. Cairo Charles couldn't corral that pass underneath. A little bit careless here in the third quarter is Cambridge International Academy. They've had very strong quarters in the opening half. They need somebody to turn things around. Who will they look to? Who will it be? For Crestwood, it's been a lot of Isaiah Clark, a lot of Isaiah Hamilton, and this man right here, Uraz, with the floater right down Broadway. Tajo on the far wing, given space and time, finds Charles. Caden Charles working to the left, looking for the dump off to Miles Hamilton, picked up by Uraz. Spin move one way, then the other, up and under. A lot of tricks in the bag of Miles Hamilton. Here's a Neo-Jukin, dumping it off to Clark. Uraz well open behind him. Clark double teamed, gives it up to Uraz. Clark wants it right back. Gets the step to the rack, left-handed finish off glass. Steal, Isaiah Hamilton behind the back, left hand, and that one goes through. Another guy with plenty of tricks in the bag. Number 1 ranked player in the class of 2028, on the radar of over a dozen NCAA programs already. Samson Sosu doesn't get it to go. Isaiah Clark with the defensive rebound. Into the middle of the floor. Uraz with the left. And Sammy Uraz is having a quarter, willing this team to a 7-point lead. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a quick break. Stick with us. More third quarter action coming your way. It's the OSBA Game of the Week on October 21st. Well, not long ago, Crestwood were stuck 11, now have an 8-point lead, and this is the type of basketball that Ontario basketball fans know and expect from the Lions here in North York. Cairo Charles gives it up to Tajo. Looking for Miles Hamilton inside. He's working on the block. Another one of those shifty moves to try and get under Sammy Uraz, and Uraz is going to send Hamilton to the line. Off the front of the iron from Miles Hamilton here from the charity stripe. Again, he had 31 points in Cambridge's loss to Orangeville on October 16th. That was just a 3-point game, and one that Cambridge could have had. Still early on in the OSBA season. And this year the competition looking more stiff than ever. Again, the defending champions, the Ridley College team from St. Catharines, looking to defend their title. Plenty of teams looking to take them down, and Neo-Jukin hits one from 3. We've got a long way to championship weekend, a lot of time to work out the kinks. Charles leaves it short, and Neo-Jukin collects the loose ball. Goran Davidovic into the middle of the court. No one picks up the ball. AP finds the rebound and puts it back. Under 2 to go in the third quarter, 11-point lead now for Crestwood. Isaiah Hamilton blocks Michel Tajo from behind. So ball will stay here with Cambridge. Quickly in, right back, Miles Hamilton looking for some space inside. And he picked up that pivot foot, turning the ball over. Davidovic tries to shake Sosu, but Sosu's footwork and his sliding is elite. And Iojukin leaves it short. 3 burgundy jerseys swarm for the rebound, coughed up by Tajo. Davidovic has an Iojukin on the backside. He just calmly steps into a 3. That's off the front of the iron. Rebound, corralled by an Iojukin, and he's fouled by Samson Sosu, who is trying to claw that ball out of his hands. Isaiah Hamilton to trigger the inbound pass. Davidovic from the corner. Front iron. Rebound corralled by Kabziel. Here's Miles Hamilton traipsing down the right-hand side against 3 white jerseys. Gets to the rack and lays it in. Isaiah Clark over the timeline. Picks up the dribble. Hands it off to Davidovic. He's awfully close to the timeline, but no one's pressing up on him. Turnover. A complete runway for Michel Tajo, and he just lays it in with 2, making sure it goes all the way through the rack. Time out with 31.2 left in the third quarter. Mike Frazier knows and understands the importance of closing out quarters strong. We'll step aside for a quick quarter break and be right back with a quick timeout on the floor and be right back with the final 31.2. Under 30 to go in the third quarter, 81-74, the home team, Crestwood, ahead of Cambridge International Academy in this OSBA game of the week. The entry pass to Anio Jukin was knocked loose. 4-on-2, taken the whole way, just overshot by Jacques Wallery. Isaiah Clark had the rebound knocked loose and out of bounds. It will be Cambridge ball on the baseline. Cairo Charles will inbound from the baseline. There's a stack formation in front of him with Michel Tajo way on the top side. Miles Hamilton off the glass. That was a quick 2 points. Crestwood still have the chance to score before the quarter comes to an end. 5 seconds left. Isaiah Clark between the legs, pulls it back. That's a 3. That's in and out, and it feels like that shot is the snapshot of how this game has been going for Crestwood, even though they hold a 5-point lead. 10 more minutes of regulation to be played here from the Crestwood Preparatory College Gymnasium. We'll step aside for the quarter break and be back with fourth quarter action. 10 more minutes of action here on the OSBA Game of the Week. Crestwood ahead 81-76 over Cambridge International Academy, who have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Miles Hamilton has been sharp when he's needed to be, and they'll be looking for a lot more from him in the fourth quarter. That three's off the mark. Isaiah Hamilton on the far side finds Isaiah Clark in the middle, and they'll settle it down with Bartley. He gets stripped. Charles finishes with the left. Sammy Uraz quickly to the scorer's table. AP inside. Clark back to the basket, turns. Ball gets knocked loose, foul on the play. Shooting two. Isaiah Clark back to the free throw line. And Isaiah Clark has been the leader today for this Crestwood squad, looking to go 2-0 to start their OSBA season. Here's Michel Tajo, gives it up to Cabziel. Picked up top side by Clark, hands it off. Charles looking for a lane, it's not there. Good defense there by Bartley. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Step back three off the top of the stanchion and out of bounds. Good defense there by Eric Peck to alter the trajectory of that shot without fouling. Bartley's given it up twice this game coming up to the timeline. He's got to be more careful with it right now. Charles draped all over him. He picks it up, dead ball, and he throws it away again. Foul called on the floor. It's going to go against Isaiah Hamilton for the push. One team foul per side. 1:18 gone in the fourth quarter. Cairo Charles works to his right, dumps it off. Michel Tajo working on Isaiah Hamilton baseline. Steps back, nothing there. Gives it up to Cabziel, right back to Tajo. Tries to go between the legs. Isaiah Hamilton's there to swallow him up. And that's going to be last touched by Cambridge. Crestwood ball on the baseline. Bartley having to rush back to get that inbound pass as there is two Cambridge players in that backcourt. And only one Crestwood player. Samson Sosu checks back in for Cambridge. Bartley finds Anio Jukin, who had a great third quarter. He dribbles it off his own foot, recollects it, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. And despite the problems that Crestwood's putting on themselves, they're still ahead by 5. This is the time now where Cambridge need to take control of their opportunity. Get Miles Hamilton a couple more looks. Samson Sosu was doing well in the first and second quarters. Can he find some more of that mojo and energy? Ball finds its way around the perimeter to the hands of Michel Tajot. Back to Sosu on the far wing. That's no good. AP with the rebound. Quickly to Bartley. All the way across to Isaiah Hamilton with a head of steam. He turns the corner. Gets picked. Cairo Charles to the rack. Count the basket and the foul. AP a little late getting to the elevation. That garners some reaction from the fans in attendance as well as the bench. So Sammy Uraz will come back in for Crestwood. Mikael Bartley to the bench. Some more warnings going around. We want to see cooler heads prevail. The and one opportunity no good. Isaiah Hamilton snatches the rebound. No one picks him up, so he's just going to get ahead of steam. Stripped by Tajo. Anio Jukin looking for Clark. Tajo the whole way, lays it in with the right. And now the mistakes mounting for Crestwood as head coach Mike Frazier calls a timeout. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more fourth quarter action. Cambridge trail by 1. Plenty of game left in this OSBA Game of the Week from Crestwood Prep on this beautiful Tuesday fall evening, October 21st. JJ Evison here with you on the call. Happy to have you tuning in on OSBA TV on YouTube. Sammy Uraz quickly into Anio Jukin. Crestwood have tried to put those mistakes behind them and work a lead back up to something they can ride to the end of this game. Meanwhile, Cambridge looking for their first win of the OSBA season. Here's Isaiah Hamilton from a logo three, off the iron and off the stanchion. And another offensive possession that Crestwood would like to have back. Cairo Charles over the timeline. Finds Tajo. Stolen by Hamilton. Uraz has it now. Gets one guy in the air, puts him on his hip. Isaiah Hamilton with a head of steam. And he was head and shoulders above that rim to throw it down. 3-point lead, Crestwood. Don't lose Isaiah Hamilton in transition because he will make you pay. Here's Miles Hamilton under the rack. No. Isaiah Hamilton to Anio Jukin. Gets the body. It's going to be a blocking foul. The offensive player had the shoulder down into the position. Miles Hamilton comes back to the half court limping after hitting the ground hard the other way. So Isaiah Anio Jukin at the free throw line plays his club ball with Canada Elite. Sees the first one through. He was a third-team All-Star last season in the D-League with the Crestwood Prep Junior team. Gets elevated to the senior squad and gets a lot of run here from Mike Frazier's 10. Isaiah Clark fights for the rebound, kicks it up to Isaiah Hamilton. And again, shuffling those feet before putting the rock to the deck. Saw the lane open up, got excited. Inbound pass given right up. Tapped out of bounds by Cambridge. It will be Crestwood ball on the sideline. Mike Frazier imploring his team in white to slow down. This part of the game up 4, under 6.5 to go. Clock management becomes important as well. Isaiah Clark in the corner. Works to the middle of the floor, elevates from in front of the free throw line, doesn't get it to go. Miles Hamilton with the rebound. Almost stripped by Sammy Uraz. Cairo Charles into the paint, gets right by Anio Jukin, who comes up limping. Uraz picked up by Miles Hamilton. Plays give and go with Clark. The dump off and the finish. That's a good two-man basketball. Charles looking for Brumley on the block. Back outside, Tajo, feet set, bottoms a three. Late closeout by Hamilton. And Michel Tajo can stroke it from distance. There's no doubt about it. Little horns action. Clark has it, top side. Finds Isaiah Hamilton, sets the screen. Hamilton from distance, drops it in the bucket. Charles quickly into the front court. Gets to the second level of defense. Had an open lane. Miles Hamilton up and under. Not enough English on it. Jack Brumley count the basket and the foul. They're going to say he was in the upward motion when the foul occurred. So an acrobatic at the rim finish attempt by Miles Hamilton, cleaned up by Jack Brumley, who's been doing that on the offensive glass all game. Brumley at the line, the 6'9" center. Club ball played with DC United, the Durham region team. The last time he was at the charity stripe, he missed the free throw. No one boxed him out, so he got the rebound and put 2 in the basket. Crestwood needing to do a better job of boxing out the shooter in this attempt, because the little things that are going wrong for Crestwood are beginning to mount up again. So they put 2 on the board. 91-89, Crestwood ahead. Brumley with a chance to make it a 1-point game. Just over half the time remaining in the fourth quarter. And he misses again. 2-point game. Uraz directing traffic out of that horns action. This time they're going to free up Isaiah Hamilton. He drops another one in from the near wing. Tajo thought about turning on the Jets, pulls it back out. Brumley on the block. Tajo strokes it, and that iron not very friendly for this Cambridge squad in the second half. 5-point game. Uraz double teamed. Davidovic keeps the ball alive. Clark back to Uraz. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clark keeps. They're going to free up Hamilton again. He missed that one. Cairo Charles sprinting into the front court, dumps it off to Sosu, back to Charles in the corner. Tajo, Brumley fading, too strong. Sosu with the rebound. And that's knocked out of bounds by Sammy Uraz. It'll stay Cambridge ball on the baseline. Sosu to trigger for Cambridge, quickly into Brumley, who snuck in behind Clark. Lays it in for two. More action here on the near side from Clark and Uraz. Clark gets downhill as Jack Brumley took his eyes off Isaiah Clark for a split second. Enough time for Clark to blow by him and get to the rack. Tajo. Stutter step finish, too strong. Isaiah Hamilton snatches the rebound. Uraz picked up by Miles Hamilton. Davidovich quickly. Dump off. AP underneath. That swirls around and out into the hands of Brumley. Cairo Charles turns on the Jets. On the far wing, working on Davidovich. Kicks it out. Michel Tajo to Samson Sosu. Sosu into the lane. Long strides. Count the basket. Just a split second ahead of Isaiah Hamilton there. Under 3 to go, 1 point game. Call your friends, call your family, get them to tune in right now. They do not want to miss the ending of this one. Ball knocked out of bounds by Cairo Charles. Plenty of games left to go in the OSBA this week, but this one definitely has the feeling of the game of the week. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with the remaining 2:48 after this. .248 on the clock, 96-95. Crestwood ahead of Cambridge International. Baseline inbound, Goran Davidovich kicks it all the way out to the three-point line. Sammy Uraz working on the wing. Tries to swing it to AP. It's swallowed up by Samson Sosu. Sosu in the lane. Floater, no good. Rebound, corralled by Cabziel. Gives it right back out to number 24. Into the corner, Miles Hamilton. 5 on the shot clock. So he throws it up. That's no good. Davidovich with the rebound. AP underneath, left alone. Good find, Isaiah Clark. Good finish, Eric Peck. 3-point game as we approach 2 minutes to go in regulation. Hamilton surveys the floor, finds Charles. He's got to pull it back out to Tajo. Tajo gets to his spot, elevates, leaves it short. Rebound, corralled by Peck. Goran Davidovich has a lane, gets all the way to the rack and gets it to go. The century mark has been dropped on Cambridge here, courtesy of Goran Davidovich's right-handed floater. Samson Sosu blocked by Isaiah Clark. They're going to call a foul on that one. And I know I have corrective lenses, but that looked clean to me. So upcoming free throws here for Samson Sosu, the Quebec native, for a chance to make it a one-possession game. And he does. Sosu makes it a three-point game. Davidovic working on the right-hand side. Almost runs into Uraz. Spins to the middle. Dumps it off to Clark. Fakes the pass to the corner. Takes it to the rack. Finishes with the right. And Isaiah Clark having a game here this Tuesday evening. Tajo finds Sosu. Now Miles Hamilton, top side. Working on Uraz. Hamilton spins into the lane. Reverses and gets it to go. Still a three-point game. AP's got to get it in. Finds Isaiah Clark. Turns the corner, gets over the timeline. Assaulted as he goes up to throw one down. Loses the handle. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds. So before the gather, the foul occurred. Stay tuned following the game for the player of the game interview. We'll have a player from either Crestwood or Cambridge International Academy join us live. The inbound pass saved by Isaiah Hamilton, and he keeps it alive. AP, the dump off to Davidovic, the finish off glass. As time continues to tick here, 5-point game. Sosu over the timeline for Cambridge, working to the right. Dumps it off. Hamilton shuffles the feet, called for the travel. Still lots of time for anything to happen. Uraz has it on the timeline. They're going to take out Isaiah Clark and bring in Kiefer Jansen. A crazy sequence here. Finds the ball to Tajo, and he scores, making it a three-point game again. Uraz had plenty of time on the inbound pass, decided to throw it off the knee of a Cambridge player. And that resulted in a flurry of moves that got the ball to a wide-open Michel Tajo to lay it in for two. So now Uraz has it on the baseline. Shot clock's off. Forget what's happened for the first 3 quarters and 8.5 minutes. It's now time to take care of the ball for Crestwood. They were down by double digits multiple times in this contest, have a 104-101 lead now. Isaiah Hamilton takes the inbound pass, gets hounded, out of bounds, last touch by Cambridge. Michael Tajo trying to keep pace with Hamilton. He was draped all over him. The officials letting these teams play this one out. One final timeout. 17.7 left on the clock. 3-point lead. Crestwood looking to keep their undefeated season alive, although it is just a 1-0 season currently. Cambridge fighting for their first victory of this early OSBA season. They are 0-2, a loss to William Academy in the season opener, and then a loss to Orangeville Prep on the 16th of October. Plenty of strategy involved in the remaining time here in the fourth. You can foul. Well, actually, there's 2 fouls until Crestwood's in the bonus. So as soon as the ball's inbound, you got to foul, inbound, foul again. Send somebody to the line if you can't get the strip. We'll see how they decide to play this one out. Crestwood have possession on the side out. It's Uraz, Peck, Hamilton, Davidovic, and Jansen on the court for Crestwood. And the foul goes on Kiefer Jansen, and that sends Cambridge to the line. The officials are saying the hip check. Correction, they're going to send Cambridge out to the sideline. It's a 3-point game, so no harm for Crestwood to foul here and send Cambridge to the line, which would only allow them a chance at 2. And Cambridge are going to call a timeout, try and find a way to mitigate that. Hard to see when the bodies are moving that quick, where the contact occurs, who it comes from, especially when you've got 4 guys stacked at the top of the 3-point line. Either way, Kiefer Jansen gets called for the foul. And now Cambridge into the bonus after they inbound it here. So what will Mike Frazier draw up? How will he play out this remaining 17.7? To avoid the intentional foul by Crestwood, you'd have to think Cambridge drew up some sort of catch and shoot from distance, hoping that Crestwood fouls on the shot attempt, and there is 3 points available at the free throw line. Cairo Charles to inbound. Samson Sosu accepts it quickly, works to the right side, gets it back. Miles Hamilton to the corner. Charles, afraid to take it, finds Tajo. That's off the glass and through. Crestwood not fouling intentionally, allow a 3-point shot to get off. And we are knotted at 104, but Crestwood have the ball. 5.4 left in the game. It's going to be from the baseline. And if they get set, they can catch Cambridge napping because they're over at the bench. Isaiah Hamilton to inbound. They'll add some time to the clock, 8 seconds. Uraz turns the corner. Foul is called. Plenty of fouls to give for Cambridge. And that foul goes on Cairo Charles. 4.4 remaining in the fourth quarter. Side out, Eric Peck to inbound. Peck stolen. Uraz fighting for it. Blocked. And Iojukin comes back to block it. As the 2 players were fighting for it, it was Uraz and Kabziel. Isaiah and Iojukin hustles back to block it. The officials coming together to discuss what they saw. Whether or not it went out of bounds with time on the clock, I believe, is the discussion here. So 5 minutes on the clock for overtime. The end of the game had the two players, Uraz and Kabziel, fighting for the ball. Officials letting them play. Kabziel comes away with it. Isaiah and Iojukin hustling back to block the ball at the expiration of the clock. We are tied at 104 with 5 minutes of overtime to be played. So wipe away all the first 40 minutes. It's a 0-0 game with 5 minutes on the clock. Which team has the mental fortitude to put the emotion aside and execute the game plan laid out by their coaches here in the extra time? Crestwood looks like Crestwood will have possession to start this overtime period. Isaiah Hamilton to inbound. Who doesn't love a little overtime basketball on a Tuesday night? OSBA game of the week. Goran Davidovic finds Peck. Picked up by Sosu. The double screen, Davidovic fading. He gets it to go. Here's Michel Tajo, gives it away. Isaiah Iojukin keeps it, elevates, left hand no good. Davidovic there for the rebound, second chance, third chance no good. 3-on-2 the other way. Tajo kicks it out. Miles Hamilton from deep, bottom. Eric Peck looking for some action on the far side. Sammy Uraz works back to the middle. The double comes, swallowed up. 2 on the shot clock. Davidovic, Uraz does get it off in time. Davidovic gets the long rebound. Can't get the second chance to go. Here comes Cambridge. Miles Hamilton hands it off to Sosu. Into the corner. Tajo. Kick ball. $14 on the shot clock. Knotted at 106. So it appears, at least for now, that last bucket made by Miles Hamilton was a deep 2, toe on the line. Cairo Charles hands it off to Sosu, gets it right back. Floater from the mid-range, no good. Miles Hamilton with the long rebound in dead territory. Throws it off of Isaiah Hamilton out of bounds. Quickly in, Sosu 3, no good. Rebound loose, Isaiah Hamilton. That's knocked out of bounds. Will be Crestwood ball. Uraz to trigger, Davidovic in the backcourt. Davidovic working to the right, behind the back. Deep 2 if it goes, and it's nothing but nylon Goran Davidovic. Tajo kicks it out. Sosu, Hamilton, thought about it. Back to Sosu. Lane opens up, closes quickly. Miles Hamilton misses. Tajo with the rebound. He's going to step back from 3. That doesn't fall. Offensive rebound and put back. Dapa Kabziel We are knotted at 108. Back and forth we go. Here's Davidovich working on the right side. Hounded by Charles. Dead ball, and they're going to call the foul. Cairo Charles getting a little too handsy. Head coach Mike Frazier of Crestwood Prep still hung up on the negative defensive rebounding efforts of the last few possessions. It's going to be Anio Jukin to inbound. We're going to head back to the scores table for a score check here. Scoreboard shows 108 and 108. And we are all good. 2:18 left in this overtime period. Davidovich from the corner. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Kabziel, the rebound, hands it off to Charles into the front court. Here's Tajo, picked up by Hamilton. Sosu, top side, finds Charles on the far wing, down low. Kabziel, no. Knocked out of bounds by Cambridge. Tajo got an errant hand to the face, making sure there's no blood there. Under 2 to go. Sammy Uraz to inbound for Crestwood. And Neojukin comes back and the ball slips through his fingers. Again, one of those backcourt presses at Cambridge applying pressure, and nobody except one player back for Cambridge, or for Crestwood, pardon me. And Neojukin looks a little bit lost right now on the defensive side. Miles Hamilton working on number 11. Hamilton to the rack, off the glass, doesn't get it to go. Uraz, defensive rebound, double teamed, has a dribble, finds Isaiah Hamilton. Backside, Davidovich gets hit, no call. Sosu ahead to Charles. Cairo Charles gets to the rack, leaves it short. Isaiah Hamilton has it stripped. And Neojukin finds Davidovich. Davidovich puts on a display of ball handling skills to get it over the timeline. 4 points aside in this overtime period. Isaiah Hamilton takes the pass, elevates. That's too strong. Miles Hamilton now up the court. Sosu, no one there, kicks it to Charles. Charles, shot is up, back iron. Davidovich ahead to Uraz. Uraz has that knocked out of his hands by Sosu. 60 seconds left in the overtime period. 108-108, Crestwood ball on the baseline. Hamilton accepts the inbound pass. Goes to the rack. Nothing there. 2-on-1 the other way. Miles Hamilton sees it through. 2-point lead. Cambridge ahead. Davidovich picked up near the timeline by Charles. Here comes Peck. Peck sets the screen. Sosu takes the handoff of Davidovich. Davidovich turning back, coughs it up. Miles Hamilton with one to beat. And Miles Hamilton will go to the line with his team ahead two here. Isaiah Neojukin called for the foul. Miles Hamilton coming in clutch for Cambridge in the waning seconds of the overtime period. Has the last 2 points, looking to add to 2 more, making it a 2-possession game with 26.3 remaining. Hamilton sinks the first substitution for Crestwood as Bartley checks back into the game. Davidovich with an elbow issue heads to the bench. Again, this Crestwood side without Marquise Strawbridge and Malachi Phillips. Phillips out with an illness, Strawbridge out with an ankle injury. Hamilton makes them both 2-possession game. Timeout, Crestwood. This has been the epitome of a back and forth contest. Both teams climbing out of double-digit deficits, forcing overtime, and it's Cambridge International Academy sticking to it in the overtime period, getting a 4-point lead. And they hope not to relinquish this one. If Cambridge International Academy can hold on, it'll be their first OSBA win early in the OSBA season, the 10th anniversary season. The ball gets shifted to the front court for Crestwood. 14 on the shot clock, 26.3 on the game clock. Bartley to trigger the inbound pass. Uraz, Hamilton, Peck, and Anio Jukin on the court for Crestwood. Jersey pull called on Miles Hamilton. Anio Jukin got away from the screen. Miles Hamilton pulled on his jersey. It's a one-shot foul. The chance to make it a one-possession game. And that's why you practice your free throws, kids. Can't take shortcuts in this game. Bartley gets it to Isaiah Hamilton. Dials it from distance, leaves it short. Uraz tracks down the rebound. Uraz working baseline, getting up and fouled on the shot attempt. Uraz was working on Gabsiel. Had the pump fake, got him in the air, then elevated, tried to finish off glass for his third and one opportunity. Instead, he's at the free throw line for two, 17.3 left in the overtime. Uraz makes good on the first. Uraz makes it a one-point game, 17.3. Cambridge call a timeout. Now you get back into the psychology of the basketball game and how to end it. If you're Crestwood, do you foul? Do you go for the steal? Plenty of options. We saw the way that they finished out the regulation time. They did not foul, and they gave up a three-point shot off the glass and through from the hands of Michel Tajo. I'm certain if they could do things differently from then, they would have, and maybe they learned from that lesson. You want to end the game with possession of the basketball. So go for the steal. If it's not there, you can't get it, foul. Send them to the free throw line for 2. Hope they miss 1, but even if they make both, it's still a 1-possession game. The shot clock is off. Cambridge have it on their baseline. They're going for the touchdown pass. Loose ball out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Crestwood. The official was right there on the baseline with a good view. Still plenty of time. That only took 2 ticks off the game clock. Samson Sosu to trigger the baseline inbounds. Looking for Miles Hamilton. They kick it out, turn it over. Saved. Give it up to Isaiah Hamilton. He throws it down with one hand, but they've got to get back on defense. 5 seconds left. Samson Sosu to the rack. No good. Miles Hamilton with the finish. And what a finish it was. Isaiah Hamilton throws it down, but Crestwood do not get back on defense. And Miles Hamilton, just like he did earlier in an interview with Miles Hamilton in a few short moments. Don't go anywhere. You'll want to see what this young man has to say about this game, his team, and the way that they plan to execute down the stretch of this OSBA season. All right, here with the player of the game from Cambridge International Academy, Miles Hamilton. Let's start with how that game ended. Isaiah Hamilton gets the throwdown dunk. There's some time on the clock. Crestwood doesn't get back. Walk me through that last possession.
You know, my coaches ran a play for me. You know, I messed up, got a turnover, let him get that dunk. But, you know, my teammates, you know, in practice, we practiced inbounding the ball fast. They inbounded it fast, and I was able to get the putback.
The first win in the OSBA for your Cambridge squad. How does that feel?
You know, it feels good. We had 2 tough losses before, so it's good to come in the away team's gym and get this win.
You spent last weekend in Waterloo. You went 5-0 there. Was there some carryover from that tournament into this game of the week tonight?
Oh, yeah. I feel like that tournament helped us become more of a team because in the couple games before that we had some issues, so I feel like that helped us, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the guard play. Samson Sosu doing a good job getting into the paint to find other guys available on the perimeter. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, Samson, that's my PG, man. You know, he gets into the paint, he finds his guys, and, you know, I love him, man.
Big minutes from Jack Brumley as well throughout the entirety of the game, doing work on the offensive glass. Talk to me about the importance of second chance opportunities for this Cambridge squad.
You know, honestly, I feel like our whole team, we crashed the glass, you know. It's not just Jack, it's our whole team, you know, Dappa, Michelle, they all crashed, so yeah.
Any message for the OSBA fans new to seeing Cambridge play basketball? What can they expect for the remainder of the season?
You know, this is our first win. We're here to win, so yeah, we're here to stay.
You heard it here, guys. Miles Hamilton, player of the game. What a win. Go enjoy this one with your teammates, all right? All right, that's OSBA Game of the Week, October 21st. We'll see you for the next one next week. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you.